Some good hobby is always good.
Yeah, correct. So if he was only because of his heart attack, and he is told not to do anything with his hands so much. Otherwise, he was fully busy with a lot of work around gardening, fixing things. He has all the tools. Carpenter tools, plumber tools, electrician tools. We don't need any of them.
Actually, that is really good. It's a small, light exercise also to body. The only thing is you should not climb.
Yeah. So now he cannot do all that, because all these things you have to climb somewhere, you put exertion and all that. So all the tools, everything, whatever is required is there at home. So he will do all that. And so now so all that is gone, right? So right now he do only very small things.
Okay, I messaged Padma Shri. I don't think so. She might join because she has not replied.
She said she will not come for 3 weeks or something. Is it?
3 weeks is over, no?
Over.
This is the 5th week actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyway, so what is the progress?
First is naturally you can share your experience. You will have a lot of great experience. Then you can bring up to speed, warming up. Maybe then tomorrow, I think Lata will have something to share.
No, I think we'll start with Lata only because she lost her mother. So it will be good to see what all did she do.
From where to start?
Wherever you want to start.
Suddenly I became blank. See, only what do you say? I don't have any sadness at heart, even though I lost my mother. And there is no worry, there is no anxiety, there is no desperate feeling. Nothing of that sort is there. Okay, and so I'm a little bit surprised at myself because I was expecting all that to be there. And then the last 2 days, she was very peaceful and very, very calm. There was no kind of exertion, even in the breathing. Even before she had that little bit of exertion in the breathing. So the last 2 days, there was no exertion in the breathing either. So just so peaceful and calm. So then I thought, and even in the last moment also, it was like that. Just the breath or the pulse stopped, rather, I should say the pulse stopped. And so that equipment which was put on my mother's finger, what my brother has got, it is recorded all the end thing. But the one thing is till end, the oxygen level was 99. The pulse just like that stopped. And then, so my brother was telling that very, very soon the body started becoming cold. And still her only one time I cried. So when her body was brought inside, I remembered her climbing the stairs, and we have some 2-3 stairs in front of her front door. So she used to come every day in the morning. Early in the morning, she'll go to the temple, and around 6:37, she'll return back with that banana leaf. In this temples here in they give it in the banana leaf, that prasad. So she'll come. So my image was that. So then I was thinking, oh, how she's coming now. That's the only time I cried. Afterwards, I never cried, even though my sister has been crying every now and then and so on. So then I was thinking, whenever I think about my mother, I get some kind of peaceful feeling at my heart. So then I was thinking, okay, so she has reached a peaceful place for sure. And so then even before she was in the hospital, I think she has forgotten, she knows we are all there, but she has forgotten the names, and then she has forgotten even maybe the relationships also. So whatever you are holding in the mind, at that last moment, everything is lost, right? So it is not real. So that is why it is getting lost. And then she was calling out, only before she went to this peaceful state, she was calling out for her mother. She was telling mother, you please take me, like that she was telling. And then she was calling Bhagavan. Oh, these are the only two things she was calling out. I think all the other things she has forgotten. And the reason I don't feel sad and all that is I strongly believe, or it is my firm conviction, or I know it, I should say, that she has reached some peaceful place. So that's why I think I don't have. And then I was also reflecting, and me and my sister was talking. And then if you look at her life, she was not trying to possess anything at all. She has never asked for anything. This kind of sari I want, or that ornaments I want, or this furniture I want. She has never ever asked any of those things to any of us at any point of time. And she has not also possessed anything. So whatever we have brought and given her, earlier my father used to buy. Then later on we also started buying her. Whatever we have brought for her, she has just accepted it and used it. That's it. Otherwise, she did not own any possessions. Absolutely nothing. Only thing she possessed was some Vishnu Sahasranama, Bhagavad Gita, all those things she has kept safely. So that's the only thing she has kept. Nothing at all. And then there are people who are coming here and they are talking. So one person was telling me, and he made the same statement to my brother also. He is not our relative, but who stays in and around here. They've been seeing us. We know him for many years together. So he was coming and telling, see, your mother is somebody who was a real bhakta. Her bhakti is not for show. It wells from inside. So it is very, very rare that you find such kind of people around. And when you reflect back, the only place she wanted to go was always temples. There's nowhere else she wanted to go. The only place she wanted to go was temples. Even till the end, she would have wanted to go to temples. But the last, I think her birthday is in February. So in 21 February or March, my sister has taken her to the temple. Oh, she was so happy that day. So the only place she wanted to go was there. So if I look at all that, then I feel that she has reached a peaceful abode. So I don't feel any kind of sadness. So I keep telling this to my sister. So she keeps asking, how do you know? Are you sure? Then I'm sure it must be that. So why we should be selfish and greedy and we want her to be with us? She is somewhere peaceful and her suffering has ended. So why do you want to make her suffer? If she stays more time, I'm sure she will suffer more. So, but then she says still. So like that. So this was the insight which I was getting. So there was a lot of, so anyway, I feel my mind is unwinding at a very fast rate. So, and mostly I don't remember much of my mother unless and until my sister reminds me. I have only two images of her in my mind. One is she coming with that from the temple. The other is she's laughing and talking. All the other images have disappeared. So even if I have to remember it, I have to really think hard to bring it up. So this was my experience. So I think I should thank Vilas that I have not broken up. I was always thinking that when I lose my mother, I will be shattered and broken and desperate and feeling so sad and empty and so on. But I did not feel that. So I guess all this spiritual journey over the last 3 years has helped me in putting things in perspective. So that way. Then I was also seeing my sister is so attached to my mother, and I feel that she is getting attached to the unreal. And then when you lose it, you feel that sorrow, desperation, and so on. So I don't see so much of that in my brother. So he seems to be more calm and collected, more or less like me only. I did not see that even though he took care of even small things of my mother. So every small things he has handled and ensured that the doctors or nurses or whoever has handled it. So, but still I have not seen that kind of like my sister is. So it is understandable because my sister was staying with my mother and they were very close together and always together. Not a single day my sister has stayed away from my mother. So no, that's not the case with both of us. So it's natural that she feels like that. But I keep telling her and talking to her like this. She is in a happy place, and why you are feeling miserable? Don't feel miserable, and so on. So this is my experience. Maybe I have not told everything, but over the period of time, I will say.
Yeah, but so let's hear to your experience now that office is started and all that. So in 16 days, what did you do about Viveka, Vairagya and all that?
I think these 4 weeks have gone just like that for me so fast.
Okay.
So what I have done is during this time, there is from office point of view, a lot of pressurized work. The reason is Vishal used to do all operation related stuff. His father was completely bedridden and his situation was very bad. Even today it is not improved. And so I was thinking that how to manage my load first. Because generally month of December we also always plan for holiday and all that. I had to go to my native place for 2 days to attend some very important one function, marriage. And then I attended that. Suddenly 2 days away from Bangalore gave me 1 week worth of so much of overload. Then I was thinking, what is this overload? Overload means what? Why I am unnecessary stress? Because by keeping myself stressed, it doesn't give any result. It will bring my efficiency down further. And more than that, the first day itself, when I reached my native place, I drove there. The moment I ate I like always plantain leaf sitting in the floor and eating and all that. And the first day itself, they served much beyond my capacity. So suddenly this hunger is just gone away. And 2 days I was not comfortable. So I visited 3-4 places, my elder sister's place, and I was telling her husband is like a yogi. He's 94 years now. And my sister is also is a good age. She used to climb trees and all that. Now I saw he's very super active. I saw she was this time had some pain in her leg. So all my visit to other 2 places, my wife's sister's house also I visited. Then I had some plans to go there and settle down and all that. Then I was thinking, looking at all that tough, the situation what they are going through, all that agriculture. Here sitting in the office and good life. Then I was thinking that why another I am comparing. Wherever I am, it's really, really good, fantastic. Whenever I meet anybody, it's a fantastic moment. Why I always compare? I decided not to compare. Not to compare anything. If I have to go there and settle down, go there and settle down. But it will not be for long, maybe sometime. Then maybe settling between maybe Bangalore and native place like that. I was thinking. I was also thinking that my own native place, I have my own property there. Within that, I was thinking that let me have a house there. Whenever I go, I should be peacefully enjoying that my spiritual journey there. That's some new ideas, concrete way it has come to me now. I should build something there. I should stay there. And whenever required, it's like for me a meditation special place in my life. I was thinking to do that. And the stress immediately I reversed in my mind. Why unnecessary stress you are thinking? Actually, there is no stress, nothing. You plan what is possible, and whatever is done, you have a understanding that everything is going well, and it's a very nice ecosystem. For example, if Vishal is not well, but somebody else will do some job, we can share it. Everybody understand. We are all human. So with that approach, I found nothing was missing. Everything was okay. Everything is going in a normal way. More than that, we had a big person visiting us. That is Peter Travis. I was thinking without Lata and preparing and talking, presenting and all, maybe a very tough job. Because generally we used to do good preparation, discussions, blah, 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 blah. This time Pritham was doing it. And his style is totally different. And we are going to a new office, we don't know what person is that going to be and what message you will carry finally, because everything is very important. Then I found whatever is possible, you do it, but be open. Open means you talk from your heart. Good is good, not good is not good. So I found during that kind of interaction also helped a lot. A lot means I found so easy to interact and also to present ourselves, because nothing special preparation required is there already in your mind. We also had one evening dinner session there. In the dinner session, even,
but one second, let us not go to specific of ABB, because there would be people who will also be interested in whatever we are discussing. So let it remain to the topic.
Oh my God. This is online now?
Yes. My sister is listening to it, so I just wanted to tell you.
Okay. So I was not aware. Okay, now I'll focus on only the spiritual part of everything.
Yes.
Okay. From the spiritual point of view, in my mind, what was running as a stress during these 4 weeks, I was continuously doing practice of this Veda as well. Veda means the true meaning. You interpret Veda in your spiritual way, right? That is what I have done. And also when I attended the classes, I used to do only that. True meaning of what it comes out of it, essence of Veda. That I found that has helped me a lot in terms of during this, whenever you have this kind of stresses, somebody is not well, itself is a big stress. And also I had my both daughters related, some adjustment was required in the US. Adjustment means that maybe my daughter getting intern opportunity. She got in 2 places, very nice. Generally very tough to get it. Suddenly she got in 3 places. And elder daughter also, H1B visa was not there, what to do, and then she will be going to some other country, etc. Then I found she also in the 3rd lottery, they have done it this time and she got it. Suddenly, worry will not solve any problem. Whatever it is, just accept it. So because they got it, I am not so happy also. If you don't get also, it's okay. Now I have understood that it's all karma based, something is happening. And just go through that and don't attach ourselves with whatever happening, either good or either in the other side. Because materialistic, it may come, it may not come. But don't attach to that. But stress, we are having stress just because we always analyze things about the past and we interpret for the future. And that is the stress. And what is not possible to do it, definitely we can't do it. What is possible, we should do it also. That's called energy. Then when you start thinking energy, you will get it and you will keep doing something. And whenever you do something, make sure that is not only for you, it is for more than you. So with that concept, I found this spiritual journey what we had so far, it helped me a lot in terms of making my mind cool. And also keeping my, when this health condition happens, for example, daily I do a fantastic prayer with respect to chanting again this Veda. Even now, when Lata was telling that till 6th of the day, things are going in her home for that rituals and all that. Every day I used to bring her in my Sankalpa, her mother, and chant one for that. Similarly for Vishal's father. Every day, still I am doing it. So that gives me a lot of satisfaction around us, whomever is very close to us. If we know something and do something for them. So I remember you used to tell me that even prayer from remotely, it helps a lot. And I truly believe, and it works for me. One very special thing happened. I think I told you. In my home, there are 2 clocks. And those clocks, both one day suddenly stopped. Even after putting battery, did not work. Both together. Immediately I related that on to Lata's mother and Vishal's father. Then I put battery inside. Okay, it is just that day or previous day of Lata's mother. And then I put a battery. One was still not running. One started running after some time. Then I thought maybe some intuition kind of input coming to me. that one is already ready for going to the right place, and another one maybe continue journey because the stopped clock after putting bed did not run. After maybe 2-3 hours started running it. Maybe that ICU case may survive. This is what I was thinking, and same thing happened. I think you have to explain me why it happened in my case. I have clock example many number of times in my life. It happened for so many people. But that Nama and Rupa, what you were talking, we are discussing here, that I am able to clearly, whenever the tough situation comes, I am able to clearly visualize because I am having this emotion because of Nama and Rupa. The moment you drop at least any one Nama or Rupa, then that is not coming to your memory and is not coming, you have no issues at all. It's like you are in the current moment. Present moment means what? Don't look backward, don't look forward. And if you are, and just enjoy it. So I used to think in that direction, and it gave me very good positive results in terms of the inside feelings. That's called blissful feeling. And I think our discussion was Viveka, what I have practiced with respect to Viveka. I think Viveka is nothing but whenever the situation comes in my mind, how I am differentiating between what is permanent and what is impermanent. So whatever is the permanent, that is nothing but my energy. What is impermanent is maybe my Rupa and Nama. It can keep changing. And the Rutu is keep changing. Time is keep changing. So if I don't attach myself to that, then the thing what I read is still my 2 hours investment is every day there on the spirituality. You notice that. So when I see that, I'm able to absorb the essence in a much better way than looking at the beauty or looking at say when you read the Kavya, for example, Chandas, and you are attracted to all that Swara and all that. So now my attraction is not that much to that. My attraction is more to the essence. What is the communication? That is what one change has happened. I think I found there is no declination because we had this gap of this 4 or 6 weeks. I have not seen anything is coming down. In fact, it remained. Spirituality has remained. I know that journey will continue. Either we are together, we are not together also, because my mind is very firm there. Maybe the quality of, if we are together, our quality of discussion and all will add more value. Even otherwise, I am a purely seeker of that. That means I should achieve definitely in my life much better than what I have been achieving so many maybe lives. That is very clear in my mind. Yeah.
Good one. Okay. So in my case, nothing different, but the only thing is that after last month was my birthday and I completed 50. So I thought, let me give up sugar.
Oh, congratulations. 50 years.
50. So I had gone to the dentist and he was saying that the gums have receded, maybe your family might be like that or your brushing style is not okay. Then I was thinking that what should I leave anyway now that I have reached 50. So I thought, let me drop off sugar, the adding sugar to tea or coffee or anything, or having sweets or whatever it is. So in that way, the meaning when I say leaving, it's a voluntary thing. It's not like forcefully trying to quit sugar. I did not quit sugar. I left sugar. So with that, another thing happened is that I don't feel like drinking tea or coffee. So that is also gone. That doesn't mean that I don't want to have coffee or tea. So if let's say I'm at somebody's home and they offer me tea, I'm not going to say no to it. Or if they offer coffee, I don't say no to it. If they have added sugar also is okay. If they don't add sugar is also okay. Let's say I tell them don't add sugar and they add sugar and bring it, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. But if I am at my home, then there is no tea, coffee and sugar.
That is very, very big change.
And I have not felt anything from the time I left till today. I don't feel anything at all that I have left something or it was so great, or I've left it, I feel very great about it, I feel very elated or anything. So I'm not feeling anything at all. So this is what I have done.
That is major change.
Yeah. So now the Viveka here is that the discrimination here is that if sugar was giving a nice experience, then it should be real. Or if tea coffee is giving a nice experience, it should be real. Now if I see it has got no bearing on what I am doing or what I am not doing, meaning sugar is not coming back and saying that, hey, how did you, why did you do this to me? How can I stay without you? Okay, neither the tea and coffee has done that with me. Okay, so now that is not there in my mind at all. So yesterday, and also another thing I've started is that I've started walking in GKVK along with my college friends. So it is nice to interact with them and looking at how world works and how you can incorporate your life without getting involved with any one of these activities. So when we go and have breakfast, as usual, I will have breakfast. If they are buying coffee, then I drink coffee. So yesterday I had coffee. It doesn't mean that I did not have coffee. I indeed had a coffee, but that was no coffee enjoyment in the mind. So I just drank and finished it. So if somebody offers, take it. But I am not going to say that, look, I need a coffee, I need a tea or something. That need is not there. And because of that, there is no want also. So the Viveka thing is that if it was real, then it would have made such a difference. It has not made any difference. So now another thing to watch is on the wife and son and all of these, job and house and all that. Whether are you dependent on that or are they dependent on you? So it is actually, I am dependent on them rather than they dependent on me. Meaning if their time comes or turn comes, then they might go away without a trace. Just like what Lata's mother did, or my mother did, or your mother did, or whoever mother has died or father has died, or whoever near and dear has died, they are not dependent on you or me or any person. So you can see for sure that the loka is dependent, but you are not dependent. Without you, the loka can still be performing, but you seem to be, or I seem to be dependent on that. But however, we can clearly see that it is not dependent on me, whereas I am dependent on that. So if that we can see, then we can get into Vairagya for easily. Because now you don't like to get attached to sight and sound and taste and touch and smell, these five senses. So you can practice, or I was able to be in this Viveka and Vairagya all the time. Because the world is dependent, but you are not dependent. Or the world is independent and you are also independent. But it seems like you are, or I am dependent on this world, which is untrue. World will function the way it has to function, whether I exist or I don't exist. It doesn't really matter. Just like this month, it will be 4 years of my mother passing away. And like my sister is online and her mother passed away because of COVID this year in June end. So now we are in December. So if we were to see that we exist, but these people are gone. So if they were dependent on the world continues, but then they are dependent, and then hence they have rebirth because that's dependent. Whereas I is independent. If I is independent, then there is nothing to come back, because there was nothing dead in the first place to come back. So because there is no birth and there is no death also. So Brahman Satya and Jagat is Mithya. That's all my experiences. And I can explain the same thing with all the 9 of them. But I just said about these 2. Actually, you can see it is the sound. If I connect it to the sound as this is my wife, and then the sound will be dependent on the wife. What if I disconnect? There is nothing called as a wife and it's only a sound. Really, it's only a sound. It's not that wife sound is there. It's a sound coming from the throat. Just like sound is coming from my throat and the sound is coming from Lata's throat, or some sound is coming from your throat, it doesn't mean that we are creating the sound.
Okay, see here in your example, the discrimination happens where Viveka, in our mind, right?
Yes, everything happens in the mind only.
In our mind. And during that time, we are trying to understand what is real and what is unreal. So we are not connecting with the unreal. Generally, that happens for all of us in our this life. But we are trying to disconnect from there, and we would like to stay within the real only.
Correct.
So to stay in the real means, I think most of the time when we are alone, see, when you are interacting with people, yes, we have to use our mind and you have to interact. But we should not attach Nama and Rupa. So when you are doing the meditation stage, that time nobody is there with us around. What is there is we and our memory and the Panchabhutas, because our body itself is Panchabhutas. And this Panchabhuta we are completely keeping away, right? We are connected, we are trying to connect ourselves using the mind with only Chaitanya. That is what you are telling for discrimination, Viveka. When you are interacting with people, because they also have mind, and mind-to-mind interaction happens because that's the minimum required in this planet. But if you are alone, when you are in a meditative stage, during that time, can I say that I am fully disconnected everywhere? But my presence of my body is known to me, but I am not using even that also. Is it right, my statement?
Can you come back on the last part, what you said?
Yeah. See, this is about meditation. I'm talking awareness meditation. See, when you are discussing with the people, with your relatives, with your friends and all that, you are attaching that relations and you are interacting.
Okay.
That time something happens. Okay, that is what our now we are keep doing karma there.
Correct.
Keep doing karma. Karma happens, and karma will give some result. But if our manas says that I am not attached to karma, it's only karya, then no result, nothing.
Correct.
You are just there because you have prarabdha, you have to finish it. When you are alone means you have your own quality time available for doing a meditation, for example. So that time you are still connected with the Panchabhutas. The first Panchabhuta you are connected is itself is your body. And second is through your mind, again you are connected with the Panchabhutas only. But that you are trying to bring it down so that you don't want to connect with your mind. Mind is with the Ekagrata you are focusing. But when you are doing that, through this Viveka, discrimination, can I say that meditation during this time is nothing but I am forgetting even my body. I am just through mind, I am focusing only on Chaitanya. Can I say safely that is what it is? It should be.
No, actually what really happens here is that you will not have any sense of body, irrespective whether you are sitting and meditating or you are walking or whatever you are doing. If you are in awareness, there is no body and the mind also. First thing. So there is nothing like I am watching my mind. That doesn't arise at all. There is nothing to watch. You are that. So Tattvamasi. So you would be that. So there is nothing called as I am watching. Only for explanation sake you can say I was watching my mind. But really what happens if you are saying that you are meditating, let's say. Okay, now the question comes, what are you meditating upon? Now if you observe the breath and you go to a state where the breath stops, then there is no karma. The karma associated with body is gone. Then there is no need to talk also, because anyway the body, the activities have stopped, so the speech is also stopped, and then your mind stops, just like your deep sleep, and only Chaitanya exists. If you have to look it at like that.
Yeah. The thing is, our mind is not rubbed. Our mind is strong now, with connected to the Panchabhutas. So, to drop the mind, you are watching, for example, to your breathing. This one, anuloma, viloma. You are keep doing it, and you are focused there. And when you focus, slowly you say that will also stop. That is stopping nothing but your prarabdha karma is over.
Yes, for that moment.
Yeah, but we don't know when that prarabdha karma is getting over. Imagine that we have now extended life from today. In that, during this time, the mind will be there and breathing will be there. Till then, the focusing means what here? Focusing only on our breathing and then be there only when you are alone. Because the mind, this mind discrimination we are talking about. We don't want to even get into that discrimination. What is the real? What's the real? Again, mind is required to calculate what is the real, what's the unreal. Just drop that also. Just be there in the current moment. Don't even think anything.
Correct. To do that, to be in that state, you should have finished all the 9. For what you are saying, right? You be in that. The breath will automatically stop if you are established in all the 9.
Oh, your aging thing stops there. No age, no time.
No. There is nothing like aging. There is no time and space. Without time and space, or without past, present, future, you don't exist. Just like you don't have any time and space when you are deep asleep, right? You don't have a spatial dimension at all. You can't.
No spatial, no feeling, hot, cold, nothing. Yes.
Correct. So it doesn't really matter. Even somebody is snoring or some bomb blast has happened or something has happened, you are not there, right?
No.
This is the exact state of awareness meditation, which is called Turiya. Okay, this is the 4th state. Now to attain that, first you have to mentally look at what is Viveka, in what is real and what is unreal.
Yes.
So breath is unreal, you are real.
Yes.
So when you do that, the breath stops, because the unreal, whatever is there, has to stop, right? And now there is vairagya on the breath, because you were thinking you are breathing, but breathing is a process, so you don't have to get associated with the process. You are thinking that you means the mind thinks that without it nothing can function. Now the mind drops.
Yes.
If mind drops, you also is gone along with the mind, because it's the you which is there in the mind.
Yes.
So that's all what it is. So you are already in the nirvikalpa samadhi. If you have established that, out of 9, if you do the first one, it brings in vairagya. Viveka and vairagya will bring in shama, dama, uparati, titiksha, samadhana, shraddha, mumukshatva.
Yeah.
The remaining 7 will follow through. You don't have to practice anything for the 7. What you need to practice on one side is viveka, second side is vairagya. So if some sound is coming, like I said, let's say I'm closing my eyes and sitting, and you are talking. Now, the moment you are talking, is it you who is talking, or it is a sound which is coming, which is true? It is a sound which is coming. It's not KS Bhatt sound. It is a sound which is coming just for nomenclature, just to identify, just to give it a label. So we are labeling it as Bhatt's voice. But can Bhatt change his voice? Or is the Bhatt is the owner of his voice? That's a better way to put it. Do you have ownership on the voice? Tell me, do you have ownership? Do you
There is
own?
nothing called ownership here.
Yes, because if you have cough or if you have a sore throat, then you cannot talk. Right?
Yes. That time nobody can identify also who is speaking.
Yes. So that means there is no ownership. So if I associate your sound as Bhatt sound, then who is an idiot here? I am an idiot. I am making it dependent on your voice. So if your voice is clear, then I feel happy. If your voice is unclear, I am getting agitated. Now if I remove you and put wife in the perspective, wife is also same, right? There is a voice which is coming. A human voice. That's all. It's a human voice. I could have labeled it as wife. That is okay. But there is no wife voice. It is a human voice. And when there is a human voice, the voice, she is not the owner of her voice at all. She can't say this is my voice. Like I can't say it is my voice because let us say if I am having sinusitis and the voice will be totally different. I can't change that, right? I might take medicine, that is separate. But can I categorically change it? No. You all have to accept to this new voice which is coming and then say that, okay, I think you have got sinusitis or something and that's the reason your voice has changed. So you are trying to comfort yourself. It is Vilas only who is talking. But as Vilas, does he own this voice? If he was owning, then he should be able to make sure that the voice doesn't change. Same thing with sight. And the other thing, taste, touch, smell, 5 senses. Can you be the owner of that? No. There is no ownership of sight. You can't say, I want to watch this one, I don't want to watch that one. No. Both will come. What you want to do, it is up to you, but both will come. What you like also comes, what you don't like also is coming. So, then taste. You expect one taste, it can be a better taste, it can be worse taste. Like I'll give you an example. Now before, when I did not leave sugar, the taste I was getting of the food is, after leaving sugar, the taste I am getting out of food is totally different. I never had such a kind of taste earlier. Now, was I the owner of that? No. Am I the owner of this? No. They both are conditioned. So now sugar was a condition. I left the sugar. So that means the body is now deprived of that sugar and the taste has changed. I didn't do anything about it. Actually, I didn't do anything about changing the taste. So there is no ownership. So Viveka is all about watching who is the owner, and Vairagya is all about coming out of this ownership aspect. I own my wife and I own my son and like that. Whereas I don't own anything. And hence Vairagya. So, if you are already in Viveka and Vairagya, the remaining 7 will come, and in that way you don't have breath also. Breath stops. If you were to just watch the breath for a few minutes with closed eyes, then the breath is no longer there. Because mind doesn't exist. Just like when you go to deep sleep. So we need to practice this. Meaning, that is what awareness, then you get an awareness of whatever is happening at that point in time. You're not worried.
Okay, my other question is related to that clock I said, na? I've seen many times this is happening. Is there any relation between the actual things and this clock, or it is just a coincidence? A number of times it happened in my life.
There's nothing called coincidence in life. So in some cases, due to intuition, you might have some experiences exclusively for you, for your Chetana. Okay, you will see this happening. It is not universal that everybody will have. But everybody will get one or the other message if they are connected with somebody who is going to pass away. Or some change is going to happen. It can show it in different ways, and one of the way can be clock stopping abruptly. Or even if you were to change the batteries or did whatever, it doesn't work. Showing that somebody close to you is already gone or in the verge of going.
Okay, it is an intuition kind of thing.
Yes. So that doesn't mean that it is going to happen to me. It is your prarabdha of what you have brought about as a what we can say a psychic way of looking at things. It is psych means mind. It is the mental construct what you have brought. So whatever you have brought at that, maybe if the mind is very sharp at that moment, can notice this change.
Yeah, immediately I could relate that. That's the reason.
Yes. So
because in one day in advance I could get that feel very clearly.
Yeah. So when you notice the change, and you will come to know that something is going to happen. It need not be a negative only. Something is going to happen. And after that, you will automatically hear whatever is going to happen. But this cannot be proved or disproved also. Meaning, this is not something which repeats all the time.
No, it doesn't repeat.
Okay, and it happens only to you. It doesn't happen universally.
Yeah, but one thing I have seen, either that happens or I will have some energy coming down in my body when such thing happens. Known people, somewhere something happens like this.
Yes.
Energy comes down and then it will be normal. After that you will get this news.
Yes, so...
But no reason why that energy suddenly dropped.
True. So the thing is that either you lose your body frame because of these bad news which might be coming, because that is going to interfere. That energy is going to interfere with you, with your mind, and hence it drains off the energy, and you know that something is going to happen.
Yeah.
So there are each person or each human being will get a different vibration depending upon how their psyche is all about. Lata, you become silent.
Now, for example, my question is it Lata's mother is connected with me anyway?
Maybe or may not be. At that,
father.
No, at that moment, it depends on how much attached are you with Lata's mother, and Vishal's father.
Because I have not seen them.
No, you don't have to see.
But my mind knows very clearly.
No, there is
Only
no.
picture is not there.
No,
Rest all it is there.
No, that is not required. If you see, consciousness is the same.
Or is it because I daily do that, what you call this sankalpa in their name?
No.
Then I chant that mantra. Is it there any connection there?
No.
Is it established now or it was there earlier also? Maybe previous janma.
No, you forget all about that. See, there is only one consciousness. We all have the same consciousness, right? It's
Yes, universal consciousness.
It's universal. So when you say universal, it means it affects everyone and everything.
Hmm.
If the mind is somehow hooked onto it, through what I don't know, let's say it is hooked onto that, you will immediately get the message, that mind gets the message of what it is going to happen. It might not be due to whatever ritual you are doing, meaning if you are remembering them, or if you are not remembering them, or you are doing some puja or not doing any puja, that has got nothing to do with this. It looks like that, but it is truly not, because it's the same consciousness. See, three of us as we meet right now is the same consciousness, and like my sister who is joined online is the same consciousness. There's nothing like my sister is existing separated out of me, or you both are staying outside me, or it's not that you both feel that I am not part of you. It's the same one, but looks differently. Just like if you throw a big mirror where it becomes 100 parts, and in hundreds of them you can see the reflection, and each person can say that this is me, but the mirror is the same. So what happens in one side of the mirror happens to the other side of the mirror also, right? Because as long as it remains as a mirror, it is going to reflect. So it need not be this way or that way, but you will experience, when you say you, it's the mind experiences, and each mind will be different. So your
Right.
so each person's experience will be different.
So the connection is through universal consciousness.
Always. Yeah, Lata.
Okay, Vilas. I think 9:30 now.
Yes.
Yeah. Lata want to say something? Then we can.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to say anything. Since Vilas asked, I became silent. So I think suddenly I forgotten everything. So there were so many things I wanted to tell you, but I forgot everything.
Okay, then you remember and share it tomorrow first.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Okay then. All right. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.